You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome along. Ever wonder what it really takes to make it as a founder today? It feels like the game's changed, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely not just about having a killer idea anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So today we're going to try and cut through some of that noise. We'll look at, building your presence, really getting the market, and of course the big one, AI.
And the goal, I think, is to give you a bit of a shortcut, right?
Yeah.
Focus on what actually matters in this pretty dynamic landscape.
Totally. So speaking of changes, something that really jumped out at me was this idea that some investors, well, they won't even take a meeting with founders who aren't posting on X, Twitter.
Yeah, it sounds kind of intense, doesn't it? But there's a logic there.
Is it just about being visible? Or is there more to it? Because it's not like they're looking for viral celebrities.
No, it's not vanity. It's a way for them to see how you think, to sort of verify you're legit, and crucially, to watch your progress without just relying on, a warm intro.
Like a public track record of your thinking and hustle.
Exactly. It's like an intellectual portfolio built over time. Shows consistency.
Okay, so the advice then is pretty full on, like post 5-10 times a day with non-obvious stuff, comment early on industry posts, and even relaunch product news. How do you do that without just adding to the chatter?
That's the key, isn't it? It's not about volume for volume's sake.
Yeah.
It's got to be strategic. Think micro-content. Consistent, thoughtful, unique takes.
So less shouting, more. Consistent signaling.
Precisely. You're building that credible footprint.
Yeah.
It's about being seen as a thinker in the space, not just a marketer.
That makes sense. It's about understanding the hidden rules, the unspoken stuff, which actually leads nicely into market mastery. I was reading about Othman Laraki. Fascinating stuff.
But yeah, color genomics. Started aiming for a super cheap, like $25 genetic test. Right?
Yeah, but ended up building this huge virtual cancer clinic worth $1 billion.
And the lesson there is so crucial. It wasn't just about being cheaper or technically better.
Right. He had to figure out the market incentives. Like, doctors have labs they prefer. Big employers want to cut overall cancer costs, not just by one cheap test.
Exactly. It wasn't that the people before him were dumb. They were just playing a different game, responding to different pressures that maybe he didn't see at first. You have to understand why things are the way they are.
Such a powerful point about digging underneath the surface. And talking about fundamental shifts, let's talk AI. Because that's changing everything, starting with just how startups can even, make money from it.
Oh, that's a massive headache right now. Founders are really wrestling with pricing. How do you balance letting the product sell itself, that PLG approach, with needing actual salespeople, SLG?
And then the technical side too, right? How do you accurately measure AI usage tokens, agent calls, whatever, to charge fairly?
Yeah, it's tricky. Getting that metering right.
Yeah.
It's tough. The key seems to be experimenting carefully, safely. You need flexibility to find what works. Results-based pricing is coming up more too.
And it's not just the business models. AI is hitting the job market in really specific ways. We're seeing data showing early career folks, maybe 22 to 25 years old.
Yeah, in software development, customer service,
Yeah.
they're actually seeing job losses. Around 6% in dev. Similar pattern elsewhere.
And this is the twist, older workers, say over 30 in those exact same fields, they've seen job gains. Like 9% more jobs.
It really suggests AI is taking over some of those entry-level tasks where, frankly, deep experience isn't the main factor.
So it automates the routine stuff.
Seems like it. And the more experienced people can maybe use AI as a tool, a co-pilot.
Yeah.
Lets them focus on the more complex, higher-value work. It's a re-leveling, maybe more than just replacement.
Interesting. And this AI impact ripples out into how companies even go find customers, right? Their go-to-market strategy. Public SaaS companies are kind of famous for being inefficient here.
Well, notoriously so.
Yeah.
Spending, $2, sometimes even $8, just to get $1 of revenue back?
Yeah.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah, it's brute.
So instead of just, throwing more AI sales bots, SDRs, at the problem, which often don't work that well anyway.
Right.
The radical idea is use AI to actually cut the sales team.
Yeah.
Maybe in half. Keep the revenue steady, but take those massive savings.
And reinvest them in finding genuinely new customers, smarter acquisition.
Exactly. It's about fundamental efficiency,
Yeah.
a real rethink, not just layering on more tech.
That focus on efficiency and, reality, it's hitting the wider market too. Maybe we can touch on a couple of quick market snapshots.
Sure.
Klarna, the fintech giant, planning an IPO, but looking at maybe $13–14 billion valuation.
Which is a huge drop from that $50 billion they
Yeah.
were aiming for back in 2021.
Massive drop. A real market reality check.
Definitely. It's a signal to every founder. Build with solid economics. Don't just chase crazy valuations. The market's recalibrating.
But on the flip side, look at Google Cloud. They just hit $54 billion in annual recurring revenue. Huge growth, like nearly 32%.
And a lot of that is driven by AI demand. Companies needing the infrastructure, using their Gemini models. Customer adoption there is up like 35 times.
Wow. So that shows where the big expansion is happening.
For sure. It highlights the opportunity if you're building on top of these AI platforms, offering specialized tools or services.
So bringing this all together, what does it mean for you listening to this? It feels like a mix of strategy, really deep market awareness, and this massive wave of AI changing the rules.
Yeah, I think success really comes down to seeing those hidden incentives we talked about, being ready to adapt like crazy, and just staying mentally flexible. For you, it means looking hard at your own assumptions, maybe your valuation hopes, and building something resilient.
It really makes you think about that concept, the illusion of explanatory depth, doesn't it?
Mm.
How often we feel like we understand something complex, a market, AI, much better than we actually do when we dig in.
That's a great point. Humility and constant learning are key.
Definitely something to keep in mind. Well, that's probably all we have time for today. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep building and keep questioning.
Spoken Tech for your ears.